Greetings and welcome to this week's episode of Vampire the Masquerade Beyond Armageddon. Before we begin, I'd like to make a few announcements. First, we are proud to announce that Sabbat the Schism is officially out now. Not only does it delve into the history and lore of the sect, it opens up multiple role-playing options for fans of the game, including new playable clans, elder-level powers, and much more. You can find your own copy of Sabbat the Schism in the link below. Second, I'd like to thank RS Experiments, our local musical talent, for graciously providing the custom music you've been enjoying so far, including our awesome main theme song called Haven Dweller. If you enjoy any of the music used during the stream and you'd like to hear more, you can find a full library of Mark's work by clicking the link below to RS Experiments' SoundCloud page. Lastly, if you enjoyed tonight's session and you'd like to see more, be sure to follow both our channels. You can catch us live most Sundays at 7 p.m. CET by tuning in to youtube.com/@EriseGames or at twitch.tv/EriseGames. Alternatively, you can enjoy all our recorded sessions on YouTube. Links below. Remember to like, subscribe, and be sure to leave us feedback and suggestions in the comments below. We hope you enjoy the session. And without further ado, let us delve into the world of darkness in tonight's episode of Vampire the Masquerade Beyond Armageddon. The night begins as the sun sets over LA, and the four of you, along with Olivia, or Cecil's current form, rest at the Haven with one spot empty as your packmate has vanished, taken by demonic influence. You begin brainstorming how to track her. And as each of you do, your former ductus calls a meeting in the living room.
I'll go down there.
I'll go down there too. Could I so kindly ask you to read the ST chat, please?
Mm-hmm.
I believe we're all going there.
Yep.
All right. So as you enter the living room, you see Olivia looking quite disheveled and pacing around the room. And as soon as all of you are within the room, they turn and ask, "So, any ideas on how to find her? I can't sense her anywhere."
Shit. Well, my idea was to try and basically remember my ritual from messaging. Use the same kind of principle on the map to figure out where she is. No guarantees at all.
Okay, fine. Try it. Abel, you know about these demons, correct? Isaac does too. Can you find her?
I can go back there on the field and see if I can feel my way to her.
Okay, we can take my car.
All right, let's go.
Good. Jack, Larry, Jasper, are you coming with us? Or are you trying something else first?
I'll try the map first real quick and then I can go too.
Okay, hurry. We'll be in the garage waiting. And Olivia storms out of the apartment.
So for the ritual, default difficulty is 4, but I believe it's gonna be a bit higher.
Yes, this is for projecting the map.
Yep. Yep.
And mind you,
For
this
projecting
is a map of the Shadowlands on top of it. So
no, just
oh,
LA.
you're projecting the regular LA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll grant you because this
Mhm.
is not something that, like, if you fail, you can just try again. So you project a map by pulling the shadows around the room and forming these shapes on the floor. What do you do now?
I will try to do the same kind of thing what I do when I try to communicate with shadows, like the message ritual. Just pulling on the part of, like, the shadows know the way to reach Serena. I just need to figure out, like, basically speaking in IT terms, like, I need to get the feedback from the shadows.
Okay. So you need to make me a... let's say perception and occult roll at difficulty 11. So you need 2
Careful
10s.
wise.
Yes.
And I must spend the willpower. I'm gonna get low on that.
So you need...
And rituals, I assume, apply as well.
well, rituals applies. Yeah.
So it's 10 dice. So help me God. Oof.
That is a...
Oof, if not for that willpower.
Yeah, that's just not a botch because of the willpower. So you sense through the shadows. And it's clear that you feel something there. As you run your hand through the smoke and that thin layer of formed shapes to try and feel where it may be, at some point, you feel something pull on your hand. And as you instinctively move back the hand, you see a very familiar sort of bug-like appendage slash out of the shadows as the shadows proceed to dissipate.
I should have remembered where it was. I know the map probably by heart by now. Like the general map of LA. But I get... do I get the idea, like, at least, like, the neighborhood?
Somewhere in North LA, but you get... it's very, very general. Like, the... if I were to show it on the map, it would be...
basically everything north from Camarillo territory.
it would be around this.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
That was the slash that happened. It was around that
I see.
area.
Well,
Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry, my Discord wanted fucking updates.
That's fine. We're
I see.
recording already, so
Oh, sorry.
it's okay.
Fuck. Okay. Jasper, Larry, anything you want to add to this clusterfuck?
Unfortunately, I'll be no help to searching.
Sure.
Me too.
Okay. Okay, Larry. Go on air. You're gonna be air support. We'll probably take 2 different cars. Cover more ground.
Okay.
Let's fucking go.
So, as you reach the basement, where the parking garage is, letting Larry take flight above. What is the separation between cars? Do all of you get in the same car, or how are you doing this?
I'll trust Abel in this situation. He's more well equipped in the moment. I'll just say Olivia that like Rachel got no bueno. So manual search.
If Olivia and I are still there, then I would suggest separate cars.
Very well.
Separate cars it is. I'm going with you, Abel.
Let's still keep the group call on. Larry's in the sky. Doing the air support.
Alright. Olivia goes up to their car, opens the driver's door, enters, and signals to Abel to get in.
Yeah, I'm taking the passenger seat.
Mm-hmm. And the car speeds off quite urgently. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that Olivia is extremely alerted by the current situation.
Jasper, I guess I'm still driving. Jasper.
Yeah, I'll enter with you.
Yeah.
I don't know how to drive though, but so
Okay. Yeah. Then most of the search is on you. And I'll drive off. Meanwhile, like organizing the group call between Olivia's car, our car, and Larry.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, as you go on your way through the city, so the two groups have their own way of searching the area. Abel, you and Olivia, how do you track down her presence?
Well, I will try. I probably want. I instruct Olivia to drive to the general area, maybe not far from the police station, and then I will try to kind of reach out for the demonic influence, in a similar way that I originally found it, but with the added knowledge that I now know what I'm looking for.
Okay. If you would kindly make me a quick perception awareness roll, I will account for that. In the meantime, Jack and Jasper, how are you approaching the situation?
give my phone to Jasper and ask him to message Oswald that we're in dire fucking need of tracking one particular phone.
He would do that, and you'll be keeping an eye out and using eyes of 1,000 shades to see through everywhere we're passing by.
Okay.
Through the eyes of.
I'll be on the lookout like normally because filling the shadows is it takes a bit of concentration.
All right. So, first you said you were going to contact Oswald, correct? Will you? Do you send him a message or do you call?
A message because we are already on call.
Okay, so you send him a message, and you get an answer 1 sec. And as you continue searching, Jasper activates this power to look into the Shadowlands. In the meantime, Abel.
To see the eyes of, to see through the eyes of wraiths.
Yes.
Multiple wraiths.
Of nearby wraiths. So you have a look around through the eyes of many wraiths. You can make a roll just a flat 1d10 on this one, because it's going to be a question of like luck for most of it. Okay, I'll account for it. I'll give you your results soon. Eventually, Jack, you get a response from Oswald saying on it. And
Jack will just tap the reaction, but instead of that, it's probably going to be like that or that.
Okay. Abel, as you drive around, sensing this demonic pulse around the city, it definitely has moved, and you get a general direction in which to proceed. And as you pointed out, and Olivia drives in that direction, you feel in your pocket your phone vibrate. You check it, and it seems to be receiving a call from Isaac.
Take the call.
Brother, are you alright?
I'm fine. We are looking for her.
I had some of my apprentices looking for her too. I've been losing contact with them, one by one. They haven't been checking in. I think they're being singled out, one by one. Just watch your back.
Do you know the latest locations, though?
Some of them... Well, I'll send you a number of addresses they last reported from.
Good. Maybe that will help us narrow the search area.
Okay, I'm currently scouting the area just north of Venture Tower. I doubt she'll be there, but I'm sensing something in that area.
Be careful.
Always. And the call ends. As you drive through the busy part of the city, as mortals seem to be retiring slowly and slowly from the activities of daytime, Jasper, as you look through the eyes of a number of wraiths, at one point you spot something that you wouldn't say is hopeful of finding Serena's location, but you spot something that is indeed a lead, at least. One of the wraiths, peering into the Skinlands, manages to rest his eyes upon a slowly, essentially a man on the ground, mostly covered in cuts and missing at least a couple of his limbs, rapidly turning into ashes.
Okay, seeing the situation, Jesper will immediately say without cutting his connection. Do I know where it is exactly, the raid?
It is somewhere nearby, like one of the nearby alleys.
Okay, so I will lead Jack to go through one of these alleys.
Mm-hmm.
That alley near it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
The
found
closer
her.
we can get.
I give Olivia the address.
Okay.
Larry, everything all right up there?
Yes, I'm good.
You know the address?
Send
The eyes
it.
in the sky. I just told it.
Slipped my ears.
Yeah.
I'll repeat the address for Larry.
Mm-hmm. Abel.
Sure, on it.
So Abel, just a quick note. The address seems to be poignantly in the opposite direction from where you sense at least in your current position. The address is basically in that way. The sensation you're feeling is that way. So it doesn't seem to correspond to the sense you were feeling. That said, it is what was reported. You do that with that information what you will.
Well, this is hostile territory, right?
Mm-hmm.
You should be on the lookout for any possibilities as well that there are others here who might be going after Isaac's apprentices.
That's not good.
I would rather trust my my gut feeling here.
Sure, we'll check the location. You proceed where you need to go.
Okay, so as you proceed through the streets, Jack, you park the car, looking into the alleyway. You see the pile of ashes that Jasper mentioned. What do you do from here?
I'll try to basically feel what the shadows can tell me.
Okay. Perception occult, please.
Mm-hmm. Careful, please.
Yeah, sure. Rituals doesn't.
Beleza. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you attempt to feel the pulses from the shadows. Definitely, it seems mostly quiet. You don't think what just affected or what just caused this this death. You don't think it has any. You don't think it's still around, per se.
Fuck. Okay. Jasper.
I would,
No, nothing
as
much here.
he's doing this thing. I would like to use the power witness death.
Okay.
Witness of death.
To be clear, this allows you to see the events that led to the person's death, correct?
Exactly.
Okay. Roll it, please. If it has a roll.
It has just a second. Okay. So I got 3 successes.
Okay. So you exit the car and quite quickly brush your fingers against the ashes. You focus and you close your eyes. And in your mind, you begin to see final moments of what this person went through. From the victim's point of view, you see yourself, one of Isaac's apprentices, walking through the streets, sensing something that is quite far away. You move in that direction, and you reach this large street. It goes perpendicular to the direction you want to go, and there's a huge line of buildings. So going around the buildings doesn't seem like it would save you any time. In the interest of moving quicker, knowing the danger it poses, you decide to go through the alleyway. You begin to walk through, keeping your wits about you, checking outside of the alleyway, keeping an eye on the rooftops. And as your eyesight returns to the area in front of you, you see a shape you don't recognize. A woman holding a sword, still dripping with fresh vitae. And in a moment that is barely perceptible, she moves near you, and then you just feel immense amounts of pain as you just see one of your limbs fly off, and then the sword run right under your eyesight as you see your body move away from your head, and then everything goes dark.
Jasper being caught this off guard by this death kind of takes a step back as he holds his neck. This is, yeah, this was definitely Serena's doing. Oof, I think. Though it is weird. Why is she using a sword?
Because it's faster and I don't know. Spends less blood.
I mean, if you want to see, I can show you what I saw.
I will have to guess that she killed this poor motherfucker.
She did. So she definitely looked sort of different-ish. Might be changing her face.
Hmm.
So this is gonna be even harder to find her.
Well, good shit, we're not looking for the face.
Yeah, but that means we can get caught off guard because of it.
Then Celerity. Anywhere she could have gone. You've seen anything?
No.
Okay, back to the car, back to step one.
Let's go.
As you return to the car, we continue to follow Abel as Olivia drives around the city, slowly approaching the location he is sensing. As you reach a red light, the car slowly comes to a stop, and Olivia seems to squint her eyes slightly and look around. And then, with one glance at you, Abel, I need you to roll me a soak roll. So stamina plus fortitude. And I remind you of our homebrew. You can spend 1 point of blood to transform all fortitude dots into auto successes. And only roll stamina. Abel?
Yes, I'm on it.
Oh.
I'm only rolling stamina.
Sorry?
I'm only rolling stamina.
Okay, so you spent a blood point to transform fortitude into auto successes. Got it. Okay. I need to double check something. 1 moment. Let's see how lucky or otherwise you are. Okay. So, as you begin, as you notice that Olivia glances around looking for something with somewhat of a panicked look, with a brisk movement, Olivia reaches towards you right in front of your face. At which point you feel this stinging sensation on your neck. You can take 2 lethal. You glance in front of you to see Serena with the sword piercing the windshield and partially entering your neck. As Olivia grabs the sword and focuses, putting quite an effort, focusing on Serena to keep her in place. Serena is very clearly making an effort to pierce the windshield further to finish the job.
We're still on a call, so I probably heard.
Yeah, you basically, on the call, you just hear and, probably an expletive or something from people outside.
Serena's going to reach with her other hand for the gun. which is already loaded up.
Okay. You may make a willpower roll versus Olivia, who is attempting to keep you in place using eldest machinations.
Oh, willpower. I don't have a lot of it left. Do I spend a willpower point for that?
No, you just roll.
One success.
6 successes. So, Abel, you see Serena's hand, her other hand, shaking as it slowly begins to move towards the holster on her hip, but having a very difficult time even making it there. And you hear Olivia just say, "Stop her, please."
Where are you?
I will.
Jack will just step on a pedal and just drive in general direction.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I'ma boost my fucking dexterity up to 5.
That's fine. Dex and drive after you do that because you're speeding.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I know.
Does Larry see the commotion from the skies?
Hmm.
So I hear it. I'm alone.
You hear
Oh,
it.
one
The
second.
question is, the question is,
Yeah.
do you see it?
Am I above the car?
Let me see.
I
Let me
can
see
tell
your
you my
luck
max
because
speed.
you've described what you're doing in PMs to see your luck.
I have 1 success, and I rolled 4 ones in 4 rolls, motherfucker.
My
Okay, then.
max speed is 120 kilometers an hour.
Mm-hmm. And you
Uh,
make a perception alertness roll.
mm-hmm. Just a moment. Bam. 1 success.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's not right under you, and it's nowhere close to you, but in like a ways off in that direction, you do see.
A woman on a windshield.
You see, like, because it's really hard to see the streets when you're not looking like straight down. You basically see a few cars speeding away from somewhere, and it looks like any car that's heading in that direction is slowly stopping and then trying to move away. So you theorize it's somewhere in that direction.
Okay.
Larry, do you see anything? Because I
Too
know fuck
far.
all about the location, so just tell me where.
Well, I will guide Jack's car
Mm-hmm.
as much as I can.
Okay.
You can just tell him like general address.
Was
He
that your
knows,
Dex
he
and
knows the
drive,
fucking map.
Jack?
Yes, 1 fucking success.
Hmm.
It's
Thank
not
fuck.
a botch. It's not a botch.
Thank fuck, because a botch would result in a car accident.
Yes.
Yeah, so you speed off. In the meantime, Abel, what do you do?
Can you quickly answer what I asked in the Storyteller chat?
Of course. Apologies.
We'll fix it up in post.
I'll say yes, simply because of the nature of your circumstances.
All right. In that case, I will quickly, with a winch, slide myself off the blade, look into Serena's eyes, and with a flick of a wrist, launch what appears to be a stake right towards her heart.
All right, that would be Dex and melee. Since
No,
you're
it's not.
oh
It's not a real stake.
oh okay.
Throwing it, it's gonna be athletics.
Is it okay? Whatever. Then yeah, athletics.
No, it's
Oh, are you
solid
using
reality.
the? Oh, I see. I see.
Oh,
Okay. So that is okay. Uh, she soaks this, yes? Abel?
I don't know whether she soaks it or not, but she will have to deal with the fact that she now has a stake in her with all the effects
Hmm.
that it, you know.
Let's do like this. Serena, without the use of Auspec's facilitators, uh just roll me instead of perception. Roll me wits investigation.
Each success inflicts one level of lethal damage.
Yeah. I'm rolling this first because it might actually dispel the entire thing, and if it doesn't,
The
then I'll say it has an effect.
the
2
difficulty
successes.
is her perception and self-awareness, though.
So it's perception. What?
Perception and self-control, or
Perception
instinct,
and
whatever.
self-control or instinct. What is the total on that
Well
number?
then, 9.
A 9. Okay, well,
9.
yeah, he rolled 2 10s. So that settles it, really.
that's 4 successes.
Yeah, so yeah, that hits, and that deals 3 damage, which is what it takes for someone to be paralyzed. If someone realizes it's not real, Abel, it dispels it, correct?
If she realizes it's not real,
Okay.
Uh,
So
anybody else who wants to help her realize that can try and convince her of it.
yeah. So Serena, you feel the stinging pain as this stake pierces your chest. And as you're already paralyzed by Olivia,
Yeah.
it just feels like it's, you've been paralyzed by a stake.
Okay.
So, to your belief, currently, you are paralyzed by a stake.
At least for a round, then you can start disbelieving it, I guess.
Yeah.
Then he can start second guessing himself.
Olivia gets out of the car and begins looking around, spots a car of civilians that sees the commotion up ahead, and looks towards them and seems to say the words "forget" quite loudly. And then with another look, run. And the people exit the car and begin to run in the opposite direction. At this point, Serena, you feel yourself just falling to the floor. Or not the floor, the hood of the car. Your sword still stuck in the windshield. Abel, what do you do?
I, place a real stake.
Okay.
Where the
So you're going to do that. Serena, make me a quick perception and investigation. As for you, Abel, you may make a dex and melee. You need at least 3 successes on regular difficulty to stake Serena.
5 successes.
Isn't the difficulty lowered because she's paralyzed currently?
Well, that's the thing. She's not paralyzed. We're gonna see if she
I
realizes
see.
she's not paralyzed.
5
see.
successes.
Okay. So, Serena, as you fall to the hood of the car, you realize for just a fleeting moment that the windshield did not have any, like, other damage, even though it should have some damage because a stake went through it and pierced her heart.
Okay, can I move? Because I've taken plenty damage and I don't fucking want to die.
Don't you worry, you're not going to die. Because basically what happens is as you begin pushing yourself onto your feet, you feel, again, the stinging pain. By the way, I think the lethal damage she took, she heals when she realizes it's not real, right, Abel?
Just a moment. Let me just check. By the way, the damage that she took from horrid reality cannot be soaked.
Yeah, that's fine, but does she heal it
Um,
after? That's the question.
Instantaneously, when the target is convinced that damage was illusory, yes.
Okay. So you did not take those bits of lethal damage, so you can immediately heal those. And immediately take... Well, you can roll to soak. And Abel, you can roll to deal damage. So strength plus... I think it's 1 from the stake.
Quick check.
Well, I assume it's not 3, so I wouldn't stick against the sword. Probably
Strength
not.
+1. Plus
Yeah, so...
oversides.
Yeah, strength +1, +2 because it's the extra successes you got. Let's see, Serena. Soak. 1, 2, 3.
He needs to deal 7.
7?
Yes.
Wasn't it 3 to stake
you
someone?
roll. Yeah, you need 3 successes to hit and then 4 successes to immediately
If I take 7, that's way
you
too much
soaked
damage.
3. You soaked 3.
I have already ag damage from last time. Okay.
I see.
Yeah, if it goes that far, she's not paralyzed. She's fucking torpid. And if it's lethal, she's dead.
Do I add
2?
Do
Yes.
I roll 2 more dice for those those?
Yeah, those extra successes. Yes, 2 dice, please.
Okay. Then it's this.
Okay, so that's... Okay, so you hit Serena with the stake right on her back, as the stake seems to hit her skin and immediately stop, and Serena slowly turns her head towards you. Serena, what do you wish to do?
Really hurt. And
I remind you
But
of the
also-
things we discussed. You are fully allowed to roll it.
yes. This really hurts, but also, I don't really want to fight with Diesel, Olivia, and it's not like I have either way. Best choice of action will be to get the fuck out. Wait, am I still controlled by Cecil?
Not right now.
Okay, I'm gonna like grab my sword and try to get the fuck out.
Okay.
Right away.
So roll Dex plus Athletics, and add your Celerity as a score. I'm going to try and do something.
What do you mean as a score? Like to the dice pool?
To the dice pool, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 successes.
You got 5?
Yep.
Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, -1, so 6. Okay, so Serena, as you grab your sword and immediately turn around to zip off at the speed of sound, as you usually do, you take 1 step forward and try to speed up, and immediately you feel yourself frozen again and struggling to move forward. Abel, you turn to see Olivia really focusing and struggling to keep Serena still. And at this point, Larry, Jack, and Jasper, the 3 of you begin to approach the area. Larry through the skies, Jack and Jasper through the streets.
And we hear like the general.
Yeah,
bit
you
of
hear
commotion going
a
around in our
commotion
phones.
happening there.
We're gonna be late to the function, boys.
It's
I'ma
free
drive a
form,
bit
so
faster.
please.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive a bit faster together. And then first thing I do when I see Serena, I'm just gonna do what I once did. I'm gonna rub her heart in shadows.
Remind me
Shadow plate, basically.
Ah,
Cool her down a bit.
okay.
No roll for that.
No
just
roll for
like-
that. It just makes it easier for her to resist a frenzy
Yes.
if she chooses to. May I point out? Jasper, do you do anything as the car stops?
I mean, I could immobilize her momentarily. So I'm not sure if I want to do that with Cecil around.
Up to you.
I guess I'm just gonna pop her legs off. So I don't do any damage, but at least she's not running away.
So you're going to what? Chop her legs off?
No. More like remove her legs momentarily.
Momentarily.
What?
Without doing
Are you
damage.
trying to remove her legs physically or spiritually?
Because like removing vampire body parts.
Hold on.
Body
I
parts,
need to understand exactly what you're trying to do.
No, I think I understand what he's trying to do. He wants to use vicissitude to remove the legs, but the legs are gonna fucking like turn into ashes the moment you do that.
Then I'm just going to tie them together, I guess, for the time being, so she is unable to run.
Slides on the floor, Rainbow Six Siege style, and just quickly ties the shoelaces.
Okay, make a... this is gonna be quite high difficulty compared to your usual rolls. So, you're just messing with flesh here. But you do have to push her legs together while she's paralyzed and doesn't want you to push her legs together. So it's going to be Dex and Medicine for your vicissitude. Difficulty is going to be at a 9.
Oh, I can use also fortitude, right?
To resist
According
this,
to
yeah.
the rules. To resist
So
the transformation.
you can soak the transformation with fortitude.
By rolling or spending blood point, right?
No, because it's treated like ag damage.
So
you just soak it. You don't auto soak it by spending blood.
I get 2 10s and 1 9.
Yeah.
That's 3
My
successes.
God, that's 5.
That's 5
That's
successes.
5.
We treat
1,
10s
2,
as 2
3.
successes.
1, 2, 3. I got 3 successes, so I'll like soak like.
So you
soak
soak 3 of the modification.
But it's not enough to soak the.
You
it's not
still
enough to
take
soak
2 of the modifications, so the modification still happens, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. So it does take you quite a bit of effort, Jasper. You do notice this. And you manage to, like, not completely fuse, but you manage to meld the skin on her calves together in a way where if she tries to separate her legs, there's going to be some muscle tearing, and it's going to be very, very bad for her. As you do this, however, you also notice something weird. Her calves and her feet. You can just messing with them using your modification, like your vicissitude. You feel how different they are. They've been heavily modified. Whatever the fuck is in there, it's not natural. It looks sort of human, but the muscles are way denser in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And you fuse her legs together. Larry, you have an action before what happens next happens.
Did I manage to heal any? Because I took 4 egg last session.
Let's say you manage to heal 1 if you spend 5 blood.
Fuck me. No.
Ag
will.
Ag is expensive.
Yes.
I will look. Just is Cecil doing anything?
Concentrating on
Yeah,
keeping
currently they're struggling heavily on keeping Serena still. And it's a struggle.
I will watch from above.
Okay. Serena, it's up to you if you want to do something. Or try to do something.
Well, I'd have to like free my legs. We're in the middle of the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're in the middle of the road. Let me check something. Yeah. We're in the middle of the road, so not really any plans to use. Can I still speak?
Yes.
I'm gonna look to Jasper and say, "You really shouldn't have done that."
You can't
And
turn your
I'm gonna
head
use
and
voice of-
look, but you can speak.
I don't need to look.
Yeah.
I don't need to look. That's a point, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yep, that's a point.
So you say this, and what do you do?
Actually, Voice of Madness.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. Voice of Madness might be really bad right now for me.
Yeah, especially
that's
because you
stupid.
can't move, and his hands are currently on your calves.
Yeah.
Them
No.
He's trying to not separate the legs, but the madness in him tells him to do that.
Yeah.
Do that.
It's essentially like, I'm gonna just fuse the legs
I'm
so
gonna
I don't...
go. How many people are around?
Oh, there's your pack, and there are a few people, a few mortals who are, like, looking at this shit like, what the fuck is this?
Okay.
Most of them have gone back as Olivia did what they did, but, you know.
Yeah, like, even logically seeming, like, like, I don't want the entire Camarilla chasing me in addition to my pack. So horrid form is kind of really bad for now. Unless I also kill the mortals, but if there's cameras and CCTV, like,
We're already doing some bullshit. We're already our heads deep into this shit.
Yeah, but it's one thing to like basically like take care of some mortals, and the other thing is like to go into horrid form, okay? A 2.5 meter fucking eldritch monster from Claymore, for fuck's sake.
Is it beautiful though?
It's beautiful, but like it does not align with what I need to do. Basically, Miguel, would horrid form be reasonable for now? Because to free my legs, I'd have to like basically first of all push Jasper away, and
so horrid form, you'd be able to do it if you weren't currently being held in place by Olivia.
Okay, so I
Because
first need
because
to roll my willpower.
It's not that you
I-
are being held in place, it's that your flesh and bones are being held in place.
Okay, so I'm gonna need to
like
roll for
changing your
willpower
flesh
first.
and bones, it's kind of basically on Olivia to choose to allow you or not to do that.
Okay, well, I don't really know if that's good. Okay, I'm gonna try and roll willpower first.
Okay.
Like, I might not be able to do anything. 4 successes.
Okay. So you get one turn where you are completely, dominant of your actions. You can speak, but you can't really move right now.
Oh. I can speak, but I can't move. Uh, I can't move.
You just say
Okay,
that.
I'm. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna. Wait. Can I use Dread Gaze on Jasper?
Well, I'll mention the willpower.
Yeah.
It allows you to have full control of your faculties, including, deprived of the curse that you're currently suffering. So it's up to you if you want to.
So I'm not currently even affected by the demon curse.
Yes, for one turn.
Right. Knock me out. I got the location.
Noted.
Now.
Able.
And as she says now, for a second, her mouth just goes agape for a second, and then her teeth clench, and you almost see her lower jaw slowly begin to jitter and split in half as this almost monstrous jaw begins to form, as Olivia, essentially after a very difficult struggle, all of the sudden just falls unconscious on the floor, and Serena's free.
Oh no.
Able.
Am I under demon influence?
Yes, you're back under demon influence. So everyone gets one turn before Serena fucks off or kills one of you.
How much damage does a bite do?
Well,
One
first
ag.
of all, a bite does
10
ag.
plus 1 ag.
A
So,
bite does
then we need-
ag, and you're not going to be able to hold back damage, so just putting that out there.
I'm just saying that. What do we need not to do ag to knock her out?
Yes.
It has to either
no,
be
it'll
bashing or lethal, and you can't do more than just her health track.
Okay, I'm
Damn.
gonna do the shadow tentacles. I'm gonna tickle her until she falls asleep. Damn, boy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
So for
for tentacles, I'm just gonna basically grab her tightly in a cocoon of shadows,
Okay.
which is very cold and very damaging.
Steak was aggravated too, yeah.
Hmm?
Steak was aggravated
No,
too. as
steak
well.
steak is lethal.
Steak is lethal.
No, I'm gonna try and stake her again. I mean,
Okay, go for
why
it.
not?
Damn. Okay, strength plus 1, 2, 3, I think. So it's strength plus
Serena's
1, 2, 3
stamina-
plus 1. So strength plus 4.
And Serena's stamina is lowered by 1 because shadow play.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 3 damage. Serena, soak with stamina plus fortitude -1.
One success.
Okay, so you take 2 damage with the stake as it goes through your chest. How much health do you have left?
What type of damage is this?
This is lethal.
Lethal.
I have still 3 health.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, Larry and Jasper, you guys still have something you can do?
What condition is Serena in right now?
She looks hurt, but very violently upset.
If I dive bomb, just
It's
at
probably
her
gonna be
with my
bashing.
mask.
So if you dive bomb her, that's gonna be bashing, but it's gonna be a good deal of bashing.
Bashing doesn't kill.
Like, will the gravity help me with the bashing damage?
Well, it depends. It's a dive bombing attack,
And
so
speed?
I know the perfect formula for damage of like fast-moving vehicles. It can be up to fuck ton of damage, but you're not gonna break Mach 1, so I'd say like for every 50 kmh of speed, he can potentially get some more dice.
But I will take damage too.
No shit.
yeah. But you also have Armor of Terror, fuck tons of stamina and fortitude, so I don't know what you're afraid of.
I'm
To
afraid
quote
of 4 aggravated on myself right now and 4 health bars
Just do
left.
a flyby kung fu.
To quote a guy who I'm no longer friends with, but who used to have the best quotes, it's just ag, bro. Sorry, it's just it's just bashing, bro. Not ag. It's just bashing, bro.
Just do a flyby kung fu, okay?
Okay, I will just... Yeah, I will fly by and... Wait, what position is she in right now? Like, on the ground, sitting up, standing?
She's still on top of the car. Essentially in a position where she would basically jump off of it, but, you know, has her legs fused.
And she's wrapped in shadows.
Yeah.
Shadow tentacles.
Okay, so can I...
Silence of blood.
We can fix it up later.
Literally
Blame it on
everyone,
Camarilla.
a bunch of mortals are just like, what the fuck?
You know you're gonna have
So
to kill
I
them all.
will
I know who to
dive
blame.
down. I will dive down from behind her and placing my palm on the back of her head, just roll her into the ground, make her eat some stones.
Okay,
I remember
so
this meme, like, I want
think-
you to put your teeth on the pavement.
Everyone watching this.
so this is,
that's how personal for some reason.
this is Dex and Brawl. I'm gonna
I
make
did
it
the
regular.
Same with the fucking the Delmont.
Yeah, this is just to be clear, this is not a dive bomb, so you're not like fucking body slamming her on the floor, right?
Well, it is.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
body slamming her, but I'm putting my hand on top of her head so that I will have control of her body. You know,
Okay,
and
so Dex
grapple
and
her
Brawl.
afterwards. Lightning reflexes applies.
Not
it
here,
more of a
no.
reaction?
That is
Okay,
more
dirty
reactive.
fighting.
Yes, you're going behind her and shoving your face on the floor. I think that counts.
Very true. Does the speed play a factor in this one?
I'll be accounting for it.
Okay. 2. Oh no, 3. 3.
Yep. Serena Soak and Larry, flat strength +1.
Potence.
Plus potence, yes.
Okay.
3 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Do 10s and 1s count?
No.
In damage, 10's only like successes.
1s do not. Okay.
You don't get double successes, but you don't get less successes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
yes.
4 successes.
Yep.
Mhm.
And Serena soaked 3, so Serena takes 1 bashing. Which is halved, so no damage.
1 bashing.
Nope.
Okay.
1 gets halved. That's no damage.
Mhm.
So yeah, you pin Serena down, but she doesn't seem any more hurt. If anything, her jaw sort of like almost opens up a bit more, and you begin to see like a rows and rows of teeth in this inhumane expression she's got.
But now I am sort of holding her.
Yeah, alongside a bunch of tentacles. Jasper. 1 action before what happens next happens.
Well, this sucks. I only have 1 ability that does damage, and I really don't want to do it.
You got feet.
Just go.
Stomp, 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 stomp.
Just go there and punch, boy. It's bashing.
I'm fine.
Go-
I guess I'll go punching.
Go stomp with your 1 strength.
You only live
gonna-
once
I'm
to
gonna
get
add-
fucking nuts.
I'm gonna add a little bit of blood to my strength to do a little bit. Actually, I'm not even gonna do damage with her fucking fortitude amount. Now that I think about it, it's not even worth it.
Okay, so what do you do?
Should I do this? I mean, I could remove 2 dice pools from her.
Do that.
If it's
There's
temporary,
also the.
you can always help fix the problem after.
I mean, if I choose not to fully consume her soul, will that be okay? Can I do that?
You can attempt to
You
begin
can
it
actually try and
and
pull
get her
the
to
demon
fucking
out.
panic.
You can try to pull a demon out.
Okay.
You can maybe get the demon influence. Good luck, boy.
He's not gonna run away as fast as you.
Yeah, but you might not know.
So
Then I will do some separation on her.
okay, roll it.
I need her to roll her current willpower, difficulty 6 also.
Okay. Serena, please. Current willpower.
3 successes.
How many?
3.
3.
Versus 3 on your side. Or 4, actually.
So
Victor goes as
yeah,
first.
okay, 1 success. Her soul is stirred but not removed. She gets +2 difficulty to all checks.
Okay, so here's what happens. Basically, what the rest of you see is Jasper approaches Serena, who is pinned on the ground, approaches her, opens his mouth, and seems to almost... There's this, like, very faint glow in his throat, as if he's absorbing something. And then Jasper makes this very unexpected, like, surprised expression as a pitch black smoke exits Serena's face and immediately jams itself down his throat. And Jasper, all of a sudden, his expression changes. Jasper, you are now very, very, very willing to kill anyone in this group. And your objective is to make sure that whatever box Serena has hidden stays safe.
Is it
Serena,
my turn
you are
now?
you are free of the demonic influence.
Right.
Uh,
So
quick question
I'm
before
gonna.
before you do that. Jack and Larry, are you guys still holding Serena down?
No, as soon as I see the smoke leaving Serena and entering Jasper, I'm like prepared to hold the Jasper down. Then
Larry?
I still
Yes.
have 4 tentacles.
Yeah, same. I will
Okay.
just fly up into the air.
I'm
Take
actually
that
going
with
to, before Larry goes, I'm gonna tell him, grab Olivia and head to this location. And I'm gonna give him a location.
Okay.
Done.
Yep.
And then,
I guess.
and
I
then,
guess as Jasper hears that, he immediately will try to make a run to the nearest car with a human to try to push them out.
Okay.
No
wait.
skills in driving.
May
no
I, may
fucking
I,
skills
may I,
in
may I
driving.
do my voice of madness, Pelese?
Yes.
I just called to Jasper, like, I'm sorry, boy, but you're gonna have to go a bit mad. And I'm gonna fuck him over. Okay, so charisma, empathy, difficulty 1. Okay, I have 3 successes to fucking. It's frenzy check for Jasper at difficulty 8.
Does it specify that it's frenzy or raw trick?
No, it's up to you.
Yeah. Okay. So it's going to cause a frenzy or raw trick, or demand a check from him.
Basically, no. Actually, it causes a frenzy or a raw trick, and kindred and lupines can resist it with a frenzy check, and it's if the average one is at 6, then it's +2 difficulty, so it's difficulty 8.
Okay. So Jasper, up to you if you want to resist this.
I mean, he needs to get to that box first, so yes, he will try to
Okay.
resist it.
Roll self-control, please. Okay, that is 1 success. So you resist the power, even though you feel your beast stir at Serena's words.
Doesn't he need to like get enough successes over a certain time to resist? Never mind.
Doesn't he? Because all you said is it causes a check. Does the
Open
power
weapons
say
door.
anything specific? Let's see. So
One target is affected. Affected victims fly immediately to frenzy or a blind fear like Rochik. So he instantly enters.
okay, so no check.
No check. Just later, if he wants to like try and
Next turn.
resist it, it's like basically like willpowers and rolling and that whole thing.
Okay, so
Ease.
Jasper, you're going to enter a rot trek. So now your main objective, above anything else, is to run the fuck away from Serena. Proceed.
He will proceed to run away from fucking Serena, grabbing anyone in the way to try to push them towards her or
Okay.
her friends.
Meanwhile, Serena is just like undoing her tied up legs.
Can Jack try to grab it with tentacles?
Well, Serena used her actions to cause this. Jasper has used his action, so Larry has also used his action to go up in the sky with Olivia. Abel and Jack still have an action, so have at it.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Can we just simplify and I roll 5 dice for all 4 tentacles?
Sure.
I don't want to roll 20 fucking dice. For fuck's sake, it's 0.
So your tentacles attempt to,
grab him.
at Jasper, but he seems to, in a panic, kind of just swat them off. Abel, you got an action.
Yes. Can I catch up with him?
You can try.
Well, I will catch. Well, I will basically run towards him, and do a another lunge stake attack, I guess.
Okay. You can roll. So you're doing a lunge stake attack, as in stabbing him with the actual stick, or using the illusionary stake?
No, just the normal stake.
Okay. Then it's a dex and melee attack. And it's going to be at a +1 difficult. Oh my god. Okay. So as you attempt to chase Jasper, you make the swing.
Serena.
Hmm?
I trip on Serena.
No. You basically you make a swing, and Jasper, as he passes by someone, pushing people in the way to get the fuck away from Serena, the stake ends up hitting the chest of a mortal that just gets pushed in the way. Roll damage, please.
Well, I didn't get any successes, so
Yeah, but
I don't.
you
that
didn't
way.
get. Basically, just roll strength +1. That's the damage. But you.
Oh, now I.
Oh my fucking god!
What did he do?
Alright.
What did he do?
First he botches, hits a random passerby, then rolls 2 10s on damage.
Oh no!
But that's 2 successes.
That's two
I know it's 2
successes.
success. It's just so fucking ironic, you know.
Yes.
So yeah, basically you
Oh, no.
stab the stake through this person. It's not exactly on the chest; it's like on the shoulder. But you've impaled this person's shoulder with a stake, as this woman basically falls to the ground, clutching her shoulder and screaming in horror. And we go back to the beginning. So, Serena and
Serena?
Jasper, you guys are both at the same time. So, up to you.
Is Jasper still within my vicinity? Like, can I still yell at him something?
He not fast.
hears it?
He not fast.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I know he's not fast, so I'm going to yell at him. Boy, you should fold! And I'm gonna activate my remote vicissitude.
Oh no! Oh no! I just seen this fucking side eye in Miguel's camera. That's gonna be fucking disgraceful.
Okay.
Fold like 2008 economy.
So repeat the wording, please.
Boy, you should fold.
Okay, make the roll.
So that's 9, 10.
That like the third time she uses power.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay. Jasper, if you have fortitude, soak with it.
I don't.
Okay.
Ooh.
So essentially, what happens is, as Serena screams this, Jasper, you feel this violently intense pain on your back. The rest of you just hear a very strong snap as Jasper's back just does this. Keeping in mind his face is going that way.
Oh no!
And he falls to the ground, just clutching his back in agony.
Okay, so as he falls, I'm going to take out my phone and I'm going to text Larry the exact location where I hid the evidence box.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming Iris would have already looked inside, like to know what she's protecting and so on. So she'll say exactly what needs to be destroyed.
Okay. I will give Larry the deets. And
after that, she'll basically like disattach her legs because now she needs to take care of the Silence of Blood.
yeah, essentially you looking around, you see some people like filming this on their phones. Some people just gawking. Some people like running away.
Yeah,
It's a bit of a mess.
Yeah, first
Blame
people
it all
with the
on Serena.
phones.
Able.
And Jack will go and stake Jasper.
People with the
Question:
phones.
Can I try to mend my back?
No,
Or
it's
no?
it's a vicissitude of a
He
higher
can
generation
he can
vampire.
He has
use
vicissitude.
he
Oh,
can
yeah.
use vicissitude to try and fix his back. That
But
said,
he'd have
it
to
is
reach
very, 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 very high difficulty to undo
Well,
what
no,
Serena
he has
just
to
did.
reach it first. He has to reach it first, and his spine is snapped. He has, like,
Yes, it's snapped at the lower back, not here.
So he can move his arms.
He can't run.
He just can't move his legs, but he can move his arms.
But
So-
I'm
Yeah, but-
still under the influence of trying to run away from.
Yeah.
well, you're also
Serena.
still
Yeah.
you're still also under influence of Rorschach, so you can't use vicissitude.
Yeah, basically. So let's just ignore dice rolls when it comes to this, so we, make the
I'll be
session
very
a bit
gentle
more
with him,
expedient.
enough to
By the
kick him
way,
out,
that was
but not enough to
3
kill him.
lethal damage. That
So-
was 3 lethal damage.
Okay, so
Oh.
Jasper, include 3 lethal in your character sheet. And yeah, Jack ends up staking Jasper. I'm not gonna make you tank more damage. It's fine.
For the sake of the story.
And how do you curtail the massive breach of the silence here?
Well,
Able
since
to,
there are 2 people,
Entrancement. I'm going to use entrancement to basically get all the mortals to come to me.
Okay, entrancement works on one person.
Or, I guess.
Awe works on many people, yeah. They'll
Yeah,
basically
so,
look at you specifically.
Yeah, so basically I'll use awe to make sure they're all paying attention to me.
Roll me awe. Roll me the roll for awe, and I'll let's see how many people you can actually get to look at you. I'll do this by percentages of the crowd because it's a big situation.
no
So.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 successes.
Yeah, okay, so you get like quite a few people looking at you, namely the people with
4
the
successes is
phones.
20. 4 successes is 20 people.
Yeah. Namely the people with the phones stopped filming what they were filming and just point the cameras at you.
Yeah, so basically I'm going to be then approaching them. I'm basically going to be taking all their phones. Seeing whether any of them have been streaming. Right? If not, just destroy their phones.
2 of them are just filming.
This
One
one?
of them was streaming, but by the reactions, people are calling this shit fake. Some people are going like, "What the fuck?" But most people are calling
and
this
then
shit
I
fake.
basically turn it to myself and I say, I hope you enjoyed our demonstration of live AI tuning to recordings. Keep an eye out for this new application coming soon to your computers. And then I end the stream.
my god, that was fucking diabolical.
Able.
AI is a bitch.
Yeah, Abel.
Blame everything on AI.
Abel is going to mesmerize the woman that he stabbed, and also feed her some blood.
Okay. What do
I'm
you
gonna-
say when you mesmerize her?
Well, since now we've established it was fake, I'll let her believe that she was part of some demonstration, but when the bystanders started panicking, she got into the way, but she was reimbursed for her actions. I'll leave her with some money as well.
Okay.
I'll just wipe the memories, so like for people when they wake up tomorrow, they think it was always like they saw some fucked up movie, I guess.
Okay.
Hollywood just made a film of indie movie live on the streets.
It could be like Japan where they have these actual fight choreography scenes.
Yeah, just some indie movie filming on the street, like real incognito and stuff.
Okay.
We cannot
I
only blame
will.
this
I
on
will
Tremere,
account.
but also on Isaac's.
I will account for this, though. Keep in mind, a lot of people managed to run away before you guys finish this. So it's not like you did a perfect coverage, but this manages to keep a lid on a good chunk of it.
Yeah. Some people ran away before the shit started.
Then I'm going to basically like contact Oswald.
Mm-hmm.
And just like ask him to like wipe whatever like basically information, or like if it cannot be just like, you know, like flooded with AI bots calling it to be fake and shit and so on. Like I know like there have been like this like tool in development. So basically flooded either with bots and unbelievers, or like remove it from the web. And CCTV. CCTV is the like main thing.
Okay.
In the area.
Oswald responds, "One moment," and then goes quiet.
Okay. After that, I'm basically going to listen in with heightened senses to like any, like, basically say, grab Jasper. Like once we finished on everyone, right? Cameras and etc. and CCTV and local like recording is up to Oswald. I was just going to say, grab Jasper. Let's drive to the location where I hit the fucking relic. Hopefully Larry and Olivia are already there and can, you know, like destroy it without any further. Send Isaac also, like, actually, she's also going to send Isaac a message that relic is held at this location.
Perhaps it would be better if I drive with Jasper.
Yes, best for you to drive with Jasper.
I will take Jasper and throw him in a trunk.
Yeah.
My God.
And I'm also going to just like tell Larry, just like, just before we like, you know, like Abel and I get like basically before Abel or Isaac gets to location, maybe just in case, like stay away, because like she's not exactly sure if currently it's like Jasper being possessed, if that relic can possess anybody else. So just for security. And then she's going to get into a car with Jack and be like, just drive.
I'll drive. Tell me if we need to stop and pick someone up to eat.
Like I don't know, maybe Isaac.
That'll be tricky.
Why?
He has a demon inside of him.
What about that?
The other Isaac. Oh, about that. Well, you might catch a bit of a flu. Nasty shit.
Okay, anyway, Abel, lead the way. We'll meet at the location. It's a remote mansion in the north of LA. Shouldn't be too far from here.
So
yeah, and I'll drive away.
All of you end up making your way. So, just to be clear, you're all going to the location, correct?
Yeah, well, just into cars.
Okay. Jasper firmly tucked into the trunk of one of the cars.
Yes. Jasper firmly tucked into Abel's car.
Yes.
It's Olivia's car.
Well, what's left of it, because the windshield's damaged, the front is kind of crushed because Larry landed on it, so it's...
Well,
it still drives.
My girlfriend a new car. I'll get my girlfriend a new car. It's okay.
I did not land on it.
You kind of did.
Don't. No.
Okay.
So
no, no polemics about the car.
As you drive to the location, you reach this quite decently sized building. And going inside, there is in the living room currently, this building is currently for sale, quote unquote. But Jack, you would know from your job, it's one of those places that's for sale. It's there mainly to fulfill some you know shifty business shit that moves money around when people don't really notice when it's very very large amounts of money moving around. So it just shifts from owner to owner just to filter, like to launder money. You don't know who does this as an owner, but since Serena mentioned this, probably Marcus. And as you guys enter uh, the building, very prepped to be sold, you see essentially a very sturdy looking safe, in which is the box, but the safe is currently locked.
Serena looks to Abel. Best you handle it. By the way, what is the object so that I can describe it to Abel?
You didn't actually look inside the box, did you?
I would have.
You would have? Okay.
Yeah.
So the object that you felt very, very connected to was in an evidence bag within the box. And it was a small box within which you could find a ring with a black stone on it. A gold ring with a black stone on it.
And the ring is the object that what I wanted to protect.
Yes.
Right, Abel. So this is a code. 7533 5810. And inside the evidence box, there's a bag which contains a ring box with a ring with a black stone. That's the object that I was compelled to protect.
As you say this, eventually the door opens, and in limps Isaac, using a cane to support his motion. Walking a lot like in terms of motion, like House, essentially. And he basically walks in using a cane and looks to Serena, pointing the cane towards her, and says, "You.
Save.
Are you
No.
yourself?"
I'm good.
335 to the safe. Ring box with the ring with a black stone on it is the object that the demon compelled me to protect. Currently, the influence was on Jasper, but we staked him.
He's in my trunk.
Abel, your choice. Do you want to handle the ring or Jasper? I'll handle whatever you can't.
Well, I'll do the ring then.
I'll handle Jasper.
I'm not sure what to do with Jasper right now.
I'll make sure he's okay. Just be careful. I've looked into it. This thing's persuasive.
Where's Larry? Is Larry here?
Yes.
I called
Okay,
him.
I'm going to take Olivia from Larry, and I'm gonna go away as far from the safe as possible with Olivia, like preferably to another room, and give them some blood.
Okay. So as
Jack,
Serena
you
takes
will
away
be here.
Olivia, we cut back to Abel. Yes.
Jack, do you wish to be here for this?
I'm fine.
Are
Might as
you?
well learn something new. Well, Abel would remember that Jack got relieved of his tenant.
Yeah, so he's fair game.
And Larry is still in the room?
I think Larry went with.
No, he
Oh.
didn't go with Serena. He's probably here.
It's up to Larry.
Yeah, I am still in the room.
Okay. So it's the three of you.
Okay.
Proceed.
I will enter the code. What was it? 7355.
You,
8.
Something like that.
you have the TED number digit code.
It's fine. It's fine. So you enter the code, and you open the safe door. Inside, you see the box labeled evidence and a case number under it. And going through the items, you see several bags and a subsection of files, basically related to each of these items. You see a knife, you see some mundane items like pens and an ashtray, and eventually you take this evidence bag with this box and the ring inside it, and it emanates demonic influence.
Well, I will take it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, as you remove it from the box and begin to pull it away from the safe, more in a more solid way into your possession. Jack and Larry, please roll willpower. Current.
Ooh. Oh shit. Beleze.
Fuck
Do I
yes.
need to
Fuck.
count this shit?
Is that your current willpower, Larry?
Yeah.
Fucking Chad.
Problems?
Okay. Right. So
I'm
Larry.
as willing to leave as ever.
Okay. So Larry, you at first feel something weird about this box, but you mostly ignore it. Jack, you feel this odd desire to, go up to Abel and ask him for the box so you can have a look at it. You feel oddly interested in it. It's up to you if you want to.
Hell nah. That basically risking my fucking life for nothing.
Okay. Abel, you now have.
ROI is basically negative.
Abel, you now have the box and the ring.
I will take them as far away from my
Just burn it.
pack as I can.
Okay. And as you begin walking away from the house, you begin to hear something in the back of your mind. The voice returns and says, "I'm glad you finally found him. I could help you destroy it, but I have a feeling you'd rather do that on your own."
Not a friend, I assume?
Not someone who benefits us.
I see.
I could help you destroy it. You'll have quite a difficult time doing so.
I'm sure I will figure it out. Unless you want to do it from the goodness of your heart.
If you agree to let me help, yeah.
I won't agree to just anything yet.
I'll be here.
I'm sure you will.
And the voice slowly fades away.
When I walk outside, do I see Isaac?
you do see Isaac. Essentially, Isaac seems to be looking into the trunk, focusing, and at some point, you see the smoke exit the trunk and fly into Isaac's face. And he stumbles back, almost falls, and seems to shake his head, trying to focus. He braces his hand on the car to regain his balance, and from the body language, from how hard he squeezes on the rim of the trunk, how much he seems focused on what's going on, it's very, very clear he's struggling with something. But he seems to be reacting a lot more in control than the people you've seen affected by this.
I will wait for him to get up, I guess, and once he does, I'll ask him to close the trunk.
Isaac seems to nod in your direction. He still seems a bit affected, as if he's struggling with something in his mind. But he closes the trunk and says, I'm going to deal with this as best I can.
How do we destroy this? Any insect?
It depends what it is.
It's a ring.
Not what I mean. Try the usual methods. If nothing works, we'll have to find another solution.
Fine. Okay, can you help Jasper out of the trunk and sit him next to the car?
I don't think you can sit right now. You're gonna have to ask your friends. But look, there is one thing you need to be aware of. Whatever this ring is, if you can't destroy it, take it far away from North LA. There's someone here who's been orchestrating all of this. I need to find them and dispose of them. They want this ring in the area. It can't be here. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Do what you have to.
I will take the other car. The one that Serena and Jack drove.
Mm-hmm.
And drive off to a secluded place. I presume I've found a few of those while I've been,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll say you did. Because you have done quite a good chunk of research on the area.
Essentially, I'm driving out of town.
Mm-hmm. Let's say you go north and you drive for a good long while.
He can go east and end up in Vegas.
Yes, but he's going to go north into the Mojave. It's a fucking desert. Can't get much more remote than that.
Goes like that around the lake.
Yeah. But yes, you drive into the Mojave through the highway. And as you do, you reach this area where you've actually you've driven to this area with a former friend, if you remember. You get out and you walk for about 15-20 minutes into the middle of the desert. And this is as secluded as you can make yourself.
Yeah, I take out the ring and examine it.
Mm-hmm.
And see if that tells me how to destroy it.
So you're examining it physically or trying to sense what it is?
Sense, basically. I'm not wearing it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So perception and awareness, please.
Just a moment. My keyboard takes a while to
It's okay.
start working again. There you go.
All right. So you begin to sense the object, examining how it makes you feel, what it calls you to do in a way. And through focus and very careful examination, you sense this deep, almost pitch black intent to it. Whatever the fuck this is, a demon either resides in it, looks through it, is using it somehow. You don't quite know what. But it's definitely got a direct link to a demonic being.
Well, but as a physical object, does it?
It is absolutely mundane as a physical object.
I'll then just try and melt it down.
Okay. It doesn't take that much of an effort to start a fire, and you start it slow enough that you can tame your beast into refusing to frenzy or into Rotrick. And you toss the ring into the fire and try to get it as hot as possible. After a good chunk of time, you poke and prod to search for the ring, and eventually you manage to find the ring, still very much in one piece after exiting the flames.
I will try different kind of flames then.
Okay. You place it on the floor. You focus two of your fingers as you point to it, and a puff of black flames envelops the ring and begins to scorch it very intensely. You focus, maintaining the flames on it, and it does not seem to relent.
Okay, I'll then try to smash the stone.
Smash it with stone?
Yeah, well, that is the most basic way of destroying things. I'll try to smash, but particularly the black stone that is set into it.
You take a rock, place the ring on a harder surface, and begin smashing at it. No matter how hard you hit it, it doesn't even seem to make a dent. The voice then, once again, rears its ugly head. I could help you. I'm sure you'll find it by yourself eventually, but I could help you.
Google. Look for Mount Doom in Google Maps. Okay, no, never mind.
Tell you
wonder
what, you don't seem
if there-
very keen on agreeing to anything with me. So let's do it like this. Free of charge this one time. I only ask that you keep an open mind. I'm going to tell you who can help you deal with this. Is that okay?
Well, I wonder if I can sense the sin on an object.
Try that for you.
Yeah.
The answer
will
would
try.
be no, you can't.
Hmm.
Not on this object, but there is something we can do to sense the sin of something related to this object. Something tied to it. Tell you what, Abel, you've resisted long enough. I suppose you've earned a little favor, yes? It's...
skeptical.
I'm sure you are. But it's never really kept you in the past from using the powers I can offer you. Has it?
No, not really.
Good. So just keep an open mind. Maybe I'm not as much of a bad guy as you may think. This object, it's not simply connected to one of us. It's, well, put simply, mortals and your kind are not the only things we can make deals with. Sometimes wraiths crave things they can't have, and we can provide. Sometimes those wraiths are not exclusively and forever wraiths. Sometimes they become something else, something a bit more dangerous. And I have a feeling one of your packmates has dealt with something like this in the past. Something big, something dangerous. Only this time, it's got nothing to feed on. Which means that friend of yours, the necromancer, with a bit of help, he might be able to help you with this. No specter, no protection on the ring. No protection on the ring, no way for the demon to protect it. Then you can destroy it.
I see. Well, just as an afterthought, I will try to make a cut on the ring with the sword I got.
Okay. This is the sword you got from Delmont's collection, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It was repossessed to be Jack's and Abel's collection. Excuse you.
So, You essentially slide the edge of the sword, keeping the sharp end pressed against the ring, and you try to make a slice on it. And while the ring itself doesn't seem to be damaged whatsoever, you sense something around you that seems very displeased with what you're doing. Seems you've angered someone.
Well, yes. Wouldn't be the first time.
It would not. You could continue, or we could make sure that you don't die trying this. Of course, I could make sure you don't die trying this, but you're not gonna trust me, are you?
Nope.
I thought so. You will eventually.
Just how angry does the surrounding feel right now?
Well, make a quick perception and awareness, please. Okay, that is 2 successes. So, just to check, you do have Auspex, correct?
I do have some sort of aspects, yes.
That's fine. 1 dot would be enough. So, as you begin to try and sense this, you look around as the presence you feel being displeased with this. It feels localized. It doesn't feel like a general aura that encompasses your surroundings. It feels like it's an entity somewhere. And after you look around, for a split second, you swear you can see this creature, pitch black, floating creature made of almost floating torn black rags, and a deformed visage, staring straight at you. And you catch it just from the corner of your eye, and as you turn, there's nothing there.
Did somebody...
Oh, your connection is failing slightly.
Managed to return my ring? Oh, I thought it was you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, a bit better.
All right. Did someone manage to return my ring?
We'll say for the sake of story, yes.
Okay, and if I put that on, do I have a clearer vision?
As you put the ring on,
whatever seems to be...
Yeah, as you put the ring on and look in the same spot, you see this massive creature. It looks somewhat like a wraith, but not like a wraith at all, in a way. It's this very large, half-floating monstrosity, this mockery of a human shape, covered in floating black rags. For a very faint, for a very fleeting moment, you get the faint impression that it looks almost like it's wearing a dress of some kind. But it's really, really hard to tell given how deformed it is. It's got these long, gangly limbs ending in very thin, long black fingers. It's got this jaw that seems to open in multiple places around its face at once. The eyes seem to be not just two in number and not specifically on the face. Some of it stretched to its back. It looks fucking horrific. And as you move the sword around, it seems to back away from the sword, and once in a while it swipes in your direction.
Does it in any way seems to be connected to the ring?
It seems so, yes.
As in, is there a visible, sort of say?
Oh, a visible link to it?
Tether.
No.
Yeah.
There is really nothing of the sort. Not visible, anyway.
If I do then the same sliding motion with the sword on the black inset stone, does it seem to be getting angrier?
So as you do that, you notice the creature does react, but it, instead of getting like visibly angry or violent, it seems to sort of stir and cover the sides of its heads, as if it's covering its ears, and seems to back away from the ring.
If I cut deeper, can I damage the stone?
Make a quick strength roll. Like, actually, a feat of strength. So roll willpower, permanent willpower, and add your strength on top of it as successes. So just roll willpower and tell me what the result is plus your strength.
So not current, but permanent willpower.
Permanent willpower, yeah.
+2.
So that. Okay, so as you press the sword against the stone and continue sliding the blade against it, eventually you feel a small snap, and the creature seems to reach for the ring with a wailing noise. And as it does, it turns to you and begins moving towards you. And as it does, you see, you watch as the creature, like, slowly begins to manifest in the skin lens. You look to the ring, and it seems you made a scratch on the stone.
Okay. So if I kill it, it comes back into our world?
Well,
would that be a logical?
If you want, you
If
can
I
roll
destroy the
flat
ring,
intelligence, and I can tell you what Abel would be able to deduce. What Abel would be able.
Would he be able? Also, welcome to the joke train. You're now officially part of it.
I hate it. Okay. So, just watching the situation, whatever this thing is, It fucking hates when you approach the sword to the ring. It hates when you threaten to hurt or damage the ring with the sword. You just made a little bit of damage to the ring using this sword, and the creature is now walking towards you and manifesting itself in the same plane of existence that you are in. Odds are it's going to hurt you severely now.
I see. Well, I don't want to be here when he reaches me. When it reaches me, or they. But I don't want to also take the ring with me. How fast is it moving?
It'll basically we got one, maybe if you're lucky, 2 turns before it reaches you.
Well, it's a secluded spot, so I'll kind of I can sense the emanations from the ring, right? So I'll
Sense
just
what?
I can still sense the emanations from the ring, right?
Yes.
So I'll kind of scratch the surface, not of the ring, but the ground. Kind of like with one hand, stash the ring under it, and put the dirt back on it, and then get to the car.
Okay. So with a very quick motion, you put the ring just under the surface of the sand, making sure it's secluded, and then you sprint back to the car as this creature begins chasing you and speeding up as it's chasing you. And you drive off to go back to your packmates. And as you all begin to reach the haven and plan on discussing this further for the night, we will end tonight's session.